one of the aspects of kalam, or speech in the Arabic language, is that it needs to be what's known as mufid, beneficial. Now, if we take these two sentences, جاء رجل, رجل جاء. This is a verbal sentence. This is a nominal sentence. Now, the first sentence is perfectly fine to say. A man came. So the man is not specified who the man is. A man came. Now, you'll find out in studies of Balagha that a nominal sentence has more emphasis with it. Not only this, but because of this emphasis, the actual subject needs to be specific. So in this sentence here, if we look at it, رجل جاء. رجل is indefinite. It could refer to millions of men. It's not specific. In other words, it's غير مفيد. It's not mufid. So because the jumla ismiya has emphasis in it, its subject needs to be definite. So here, رجل, for example, can be made definite if we add the alif lam, al-rajulu. Or for example, instead of specifying him as a man, bring in ism alam, which is even more definite. So there's many ways of making the mubtada definite. This definiteness needs to be there. Otherwise, it does not belong to this group of being mufid. This section of the book gives examples where the mubtada is indefinite. But there needs to be another meaning associated with it. The first example here is to bring a sifa, as in this example here. So we could say, رجل قصير جاء. A short man came. This will be correct to say. If we take قصير off, then رجل will need to be the fa'il. It can no longer be the mubtada. So this is one way of making the indefinite mubtada. So we'll call this number one by giving it a sifa. There are 5 other ways that are explained in the book. So let's look at these inshallah. وكذا, and like this, إذا تخصصت, and just like this, if it is specified, made specific, as we said. So the nakira, mubtada, needs to be made specific. With what? بوجه آخر. With another perspective. Meaning other than having a sifa. So the first one here, it doesn't give the reasons, it just gives the examples. So I'll explain these examples inshallah. It says, الرجل في الدار أم امرأة? Is there a man in the house? Or a woman? So this is a question. So let's take this example. So we have here the mubtada. Now the question is, why is it in front? There needs to be other benefit rather than just being a mubtada. That benefit is the following. Is that there's actually a choice. And there's a comparison between genus. The genus of man and woman. So there is benefit there. So this choice and comparison is the benefit of putting this in front. Otherwise, now let's say we put the mubtada after the khabar, which is, as we learnt in basic grammar, which is what happens when the mubtada is indefinite. But here, it's giving a completely different meaning. Here the choice is between fiddari and fissuqi. Getting back here. Next example, وَمَا أَحَدٌ خَيْرًا مِنْكَ. There is no one better than you. So ma, it has the meaning of laysa in this example. But what the negation is doing is it's negating everybody except for the mukhatab, the one who's being addressed with this dhamir here, minka. So the benefit is in the fact that the meaning is directed towards one person. You're negating everybody else being better than the person you're speaking to. So in this case, you can put this in front. Third example, where فرح عم العائلة. So amma means to encompass or to surround. العائلة, the family. فرح, great happiness. So farh is happiness, but indefiniteness actually, and we'll discover this. I have a course about this, about definiteness and indefiniteness. So when I speak about indefiniteness with respect to Balagha, I touch on this in great detail. where indefiniteness actually, in some cases, is used for a ta'zeem, greatness. So here, the indefiniteness has another meaning, another benefit. So it means great. So you could think of this as farhun azimun ammal a'ilata. Now, question is, how do you know that it has this meaning? It's based on the context and what one understands. So this is something that the Balaghiyun, the scholars of rhetoric, talk about in great detail. So that's the third example. So we'd cover number 1, la'abdun mu'minun. Number 2 is the question, the complete negation. So number 3. Number 4, we talked about the indefiniteness being used here for ta'zeem. It could be used for other reasons as well. At-taqleel, something in very small amount. At-tahqir, to insult somebody, meaning to diminish who they are, and so on. There's a lot of meanings. So inshallah, I have a course on that, and I touch on a lot of examples in the Qur'an. Okay, then we have وَفِي الدَّارِ رَجُلٌ. So here, the khabar has been put in front of the mubtada, because it's indefinite. Here there is no secondary meaning with respect to the mubtada. The emphasis here is on the actual khabar, fi dari, and this is what happens when the mubtada is indefinite. So this is the normal default structure. And then finally, we'll call this number 5. وَسَلَامٌ عَلَيْكَ. This is actually a dua, and we'll learn about this more when we speak about the maf'ul al-mutlaq, when we get to the mansubat. Now, originally, this sentence was أُسَلِّمُ سَلَامًا عَلَيْكَ. I greet you with a great salam. So here, the salaman is maf'ul mutlaq. It's used for emphasizing this action, to greet somebody or to send peace on somebody. Scholars of grammar say that this verb, usallimu, is omitted. I'm not going to speak about this in detail now. This will be spoken about, as we said, when we get to the maf'ul mutlaq. So here we have salaman alayka, and this will be indicating that there is a verb that's omitted. Salaman alayka. Now this is a verbal sentence. So to emphasize this even more and to indicate constant salam, eternal salam, you would make it marfu'. You would change the maf'ul mutlaq to the marfu' state, salamun, and make it a mubtada, salamun. So that's what's happening here, salamun alayka. In the Qur'an, salamun is always used by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it's always used by the angels greeting the people of Jannah. Salamun. If you go through any of the Qur'an, you'll see this. So here, it's been made marfu'. So here the mubtada has the meaning of a dua. That's the added meaning. And along with this, it was originally in front of the jar majroor. So you know something about all this, is that any time the mubtada is brought in front, when it's nakira, there's another reason. When there is no reason, then this is the default state in a jumla ismiya. Otherwise, we use the jumla fi'liya. And then it continues on and says, وَإِن كَانَ أَحَدُ الْإِسْمَيْنِ مَعْرِفَةً. If any one of the two isms in the jumla ismiya is ma'rifa, is definite. وَالْآخَرُ نَكِرَةً فَاجْعَلِ الْمَعْرِفَةَ مُبْتَدَأً. And the other is nakira, is indefinite, then make the ma'rifa a mubtada. So for example, we have the word Zayd and we have the word Talib. Zayd is definite, Talib is indefinite. Then we make Zayd the mubtada. Zaydun Talibun. And you make the nakira khabaran, obviously. The default state of each. Kama marra. Like what? Past, or what came before, what was discussed before. وَإِن كَانَا مَعْرِفَتَيْنِ. And if both of them are ma'rifa, definite, فَاجْعَلْ أَيَّهُمَا شِئْتَ مُبْتَدَأً. If you have two isms that are ma'rifa, then make whichever one you want the mubtada. وَالْآخَرْ خَبَرْ. So make one of them a mubtada and make the other a khabar. You have a choice. مثل. Examples here. Allahu ilahuna. وآدم أبونا ومحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم نبينا. So this could have been, for example, إلهنا الله أبونا آدم نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Now with these structures, the ism coming first will be the mubtada, and the ism coming after will be the khabar. So in this case, in these sentences above, these are the mubtadas. If this was brought in front here, then ilahuna will be mubtada. Now the question is, what's the difference between changing the positions? I talk about this in great detail in my course on word structures and sentence structures. It's part of my Balagha course, and if you're interested in this, I'll have a link to it, inshallah. Okay, that completes the lesson.
وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to like the video, and to turn on notifications.
أو زد عليه ورتل القرآن ترتيلا إنا سنلقي عليك قولا ثقيلا